Good afternoon, John. Thanks for being here. If you could start off by sharing what are the reasons for the form's development, what need did it serve, and who uses it?
Well, thanks, Dave. Appreciate the opportunity to share our school community student learning plan. As far as who uses this form, principals and vice principals use this form alongside their school teams, their teacher teams. This form is also used to communicate the school learning plans to the public, as well as the Board of Education. And what is unique about this form? The form is designed to support an inquiry process. It's also intended to be collaborative so that principals and vice principals would work with their teams as they complete the form. It embeds tools to support school leaders in continuous improvement processes, and it also has workflow built into it as well too. So the value that this form brings to our organization is really around alignment and coherence across 48 schools K-12 in our school district. It also is very important that it identifies the school student learning priorities that are supported by inclusive evidence across all of our schools. We're using this form to create learning networks across all schools that are connected by common learning priorities. And this process in this form really has helped us to accelerate the knowledge, skills, and understandings of school improvement processes, as well as the development of leadership competencies. So that's been the value of building this process into our form. The process you can see in the lower left-hand portion of the form, the spirals of inquiry. And I'm going to just take you quickly through the tabs to explain what the purpose of the tabs are. The first tab is the school overview. This is about the complexity of the school. You can see the various grades and staff and those kinds of things. That's an important component. We then move into the school learning story, where we're capitalizing on the power of story. This is something we've learned from Indigenous ways of knowing, and so it's important for us and for principals to capture their story. We've provided an opportunity for them to upload video files and pictures to support the story, and that's where the process begins. We then move into the school scan, and this is part of the inquiry process where principals and vice principals and teachers are collecting a broad range of evidence across their school, and they're asking the question, what is going on for our learners? And once they collect that data, you can see where they're documenting it. They're looking for particular patterns and trends. When they identify the patterns and trends, they get into the focusing mode where they start to articulate the actual learning priority for the students. And once they do that alongside their staff, because again, this is a collaborative process, they're making connections to SMART goal criteria, they're making connections to the BC curriculum and to our district's overarching goal. And this is a really important component when we're trying to build alignment and coherence across our system. We then move into evidence of impact. And this is the process where they're breaking that learning priority down into specific areas that is supported by a range of evidence. And that evidence is identified and documented. Moving from there, then this is the meat of the plan where principals and vice principals work with their teachers to talk about the learning that needs to be done around the particular priority, the school level strategies and the classroom level strategies. And this is where they also start to make connections to our district strategic plan, which provides them with recommended strategies to pursue this work. Once that's completed, we are into the phase of checking for impact. The data flows forward from the previous screens, and principals and vice principals engage in a reflective process with their community. So they'll be talking with their teachers, their parents, and in most cases, their kids about what has been the impact of all of the work and learning that we've done around this particular priority. Once that's completed, the principal then indicates, hey, we're ready to have a conversation about this. There's a notification that gets sent to the area superintendent. I'm one of those people, and when I get that notification, I schedule a meeting with that principal. We sit down with them and their team, and we go through the plan and we reflect on the work that's been done. This whole process gets wrapped up and a report to the board is issued on an annual basis. That's a legislative requirement for us. And then the plan is iterative in nature, as it's a spiral of inquiry. And we refine the existing goals, and we continue to work on the plan. It's intended to be a 3 to 5 year process. So that's our form. That's been the impact on our system, and I appreciate the opportunity to share that.
Thank you very much, John. I really appreciate your superb overview of your school community student learning plans in SD23. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Dave.